Imagine a place so cold that atoms themselves almost stop moving. A place colder than Pluto. Colder than deep space, colder than anything naturally found in our entire solar system. In this place, temperatures fall so low that physics itself begins to behave differently. If a human entered it unprotected, death would come instantly. Blood would freeze, cells would rupture, even the air inside your lungs would crystallize. But the terrifying part is this: scientists have actually discovered places in the universe this cold, and one of them shouldn't even exist. Tonight, we're traveling to the coldest place in the known universe. On Earth, cold feels uncomfortable. In space, cold becomes lethal, but temperature is more than just a feeling. It's actually the movement of atoms. The faster atoms move, the hotter something becomes. The slower they move, the colder it gets. Scientists believe there's a limit to how cold anything can become, a temperature where atomic motion nearly stops completely. That limit is called absolute zero. 0 Kelvin equals minus 273.15 degrees Celsius, negative 273 degrees Celsius. At this temperature, matter begins behaving in bizarre ways. Quantum mechanics starts dominating reality. Substances lose their normal properties, and the laws of physics become deeply strange. Absolute zero is considered the coldest possible temperature in the universe, but some regions of space come terrifyingly close. Most people imagine space as hot. After all, stars burn across the cosmos, but empty space itself is unbelievably cold. The average temperature of the universe is only 2.7 Kelvin, just a few degrees above absolute zero. This faint temperature comes from the cosmic microwave background, the leftover heat from the Big Bang. More than 13 billion years later, the universe is still cooling from its birth. Every galaxy, every planet, every atom exists inside this ocean of near-freezing darkness, but hidden inside the Milky Way. Scientists found something impossible, a region even colder than space itself. Around 5,000 light-years from Earth lies a mysterious object known as the Boomerang Nebula. At first glance, it looks peaceful, a glowing cloud drifting silently through the darkness. But inside this nebula is the coldest naturally occurring place ever discovered. The temperature there reaches 1 Kelvin, just 1 degree above absolute zero, colder than the background temperature of the entire universe. Scientists believe this extreme cold happens because the nebula is expanding at incredible speed. Gas erupts outward at more than 600,000 kilometers per hour. As the gas expands, it loses energy rapidly, and as energy disappears, temperature collapses. The result is a cosmic freezer, unlike anything ever found. Incredibly, the nebula is so cold that it actually absorbs microwave radiation from the universe around it. It's colder than the afterglow of the Big Bang itself, almost as if the nebula is draining heat directly from reality. If a human entered the Boomerang Nebula without protection, survival would be impossible. Your lungs would collapse as the air inside them crystallized. But freezing wouldn't be the only danger. Space itself is a vacuum. Without pressure, bodily fluids begin boiling at surprisingly low temperatures. So while your body froze externally, internal fluids could begin vaporizing. And because sound cannot travel through a vacuum, your death would happen in complete silence. No screams, no warning, just frozen darkness stretching endlessly in every direction. But extreme cold doesn't just kill, it changes reality itself. Near absolute zero, matter enters bizarre quantum states rarely seen in everyday life. One of these states is called a Bose-Einstein condensate, a strange form of matter where atoms stop behaving like individual particles. Instead, they merge into one giant quantum object. Scientists have observed liquids climbing walls without gravity pulling them down, materials losing all electrical resistance, atoms acting like waves instead of solid matter. At extreme cold, physics stops feeling normal. The universe becomes almost dreamlike, and some scientists believe studying these states could help unlock future technologies far beyond anything humanity currently understands. Strangely enough, the coldest place ever created may not be in space at all. It may be here on Earth. Inside advanced laboratories, scientists have cooled atoms to temperatures even lower than the Boomerang Nebula, using lasers and magnetic fields. Researchers slowed atomic movement almost completely, reaching temperatures only tiny fractions above absolute zero, conditions so extreme they barely exist naturally anywhere in the cosmos. These experiments allow scientists to study quantum mechanics in extraordinary detail. but they also reveal something unsettling. The deeper we push toward absolute zero, the stranger reality becomes. The universe is filled with frozen worlds. Some planets drift endlessly through space without stars. These rogue planets wander alone through eternal night, their surfaces locked beneath endless ice, temperatures falling hundreds of degrees below zero. On Pluto, sunlight is so weak that noon resembles twilight on Earth. On distant moons like Triton, nitrogen freezes solid and falls like snow. Entire alien landscapes exist in permanent winter. Volcanoes erupt ice instead of lava. Oceans hide beneath frozen crusts miles thick. And somewhere out there, there may be planets so cold, their atmospheres have completely collapsed into solid ice on the ground. Worlds where even oxygen freezes. But the most terrifying part is this. The universe itself is slowly dying. Every second, stars burn through their fuel. Galaxies drift farther apart. The cosmos grows colder and darker. One day, trillions upon trillions of years from now, the final stars will burn out. Black holes will evaporate. Light itself may disappear from the universe. Scientists call this possible future heat death, a state where almost no usable energy remains. No warmth, no sunlight, no life, just a frozen universe approaching absolute zero. Forever. Endless darkness, eternal silence, a cosmos where time itself almost loses meaning. The coldest place in the universe is more than a scientific curiosity. It's a glimpse into the extreme edge of existence itself, a place where atoms nearly stop moving, where physics bends into something unfamiliar, and where the universe reveals just how hostile it truly is. Humanity evolved beneath the warmth of a single star. But beyond Earth, most of the cosmos is frozen darkness, silent, ancient, unimaginably cold. Somewhere out there, hidden among dying stars and drifting nebulae, are regions colder than anything the human mind evolved to survive. And one day, the entire universe may become one of them. Subscribe to Beyond Earth and explore the mysteries hidden across the universe.